Have you heard of the weight loss drug that's taking America by storm? It's called Mounjaro, and it's not just another TikTok trend. In just a few months, thousands of people are shedding serious weight, some losing 30, even 50 pounds. And here's the wild part. It wasn't even made for weight loss. Originally designed to treat type 2 diabetes, Mounjaro has now become one of the most talked about medications in the country. But is it really a medical breakthrough? Or just another overhyped pharmaceutical story? In this video, we're diving into the facts, the risks, the real results, and the controversy behind it all. Stick around, because by the end, you might just change how you see weight loss forever. So, what exactly is Mounjaro? Mounjaro is the brand name for a medication called tirzepatide. It was developed by the pharmaceutical company Eli Lilly and approved by the US FDA in May 2022. Not as a weight loss drug, but as a treatment. For type 2 diabetes, the goal was to help patients manage their blood sugar. But during clinical trials, doctors noticed something unexpected. Patients were losing a lot of weight, even more than with other diabetes medications like Ozempic. How much weight are we talking about? In some studies, people lost up to 22% of their total body weight. That's like 50 pounds for someone who weighs 230. And they weren't even following extreme diets. Word spread fast. By late 2022, Mounjaro wasn't just a diabetes treatment. It was a viral sensation on Reddit, YouTube, and TikTok, where users started calling it a miracle drug for obesity. But here's the thing. As of today, Mounjaro is still only FDA approved for diabetes, not for weight loss. Doctors who prescribe it for weight loss are doing so off-label, meaning it's not officially approved for that use yet. But it's allowed. Still, the demand is exploding, and Mounjaro is now part of a growing new class of medications that might just redefine the way we treat obesity. So, how does Mounjaro actually work? To understand this, we need to talk about hormones, specifically GLP-1 and GIP. These are two natural hormones your body releases after you eat. They help regulate your blood sugar, slow down digestion, and most importantly, they send signals to your brain telling you you're full. Ozempic, another popular medication, mimics only GLP-1. That's how it reduces appetite and helps people lose weight. But here's where Mounjaro stands out. It mimics both GLP-1 and GIP, making it the first dual incretin medication of its kind. Think of it like this. GLP-1 is like hitting the brakes on your hunger. GIP is like switching to a more fuel-efficient engine for your metabolism. Mounjaro combines both effects, making your body more efficient at using energy while also reducing your desire to eat. The result? You feel full faster. You stay full longer, your cravings decrease, and your blood sugar levels stay more stable throughout the day. This combination doesn't just help with weight loss. It also improves insulin sensitivity, which is key for people with type 2 diabetes. That's why some experts believe tirzepatide, the compound in Mounjaro, may be one of the most effective weight management medications ever developed. And while it's not a magic solution, the science behind it is very real and very promising. At this point, you might be wondering, how does Mounjaro compare to other popular weight loss medications, like Ozempic or Wegovy? Let's break it down. All three are weekly injectable medications. They're part of a growing class of drugs that mimic hormones to help manage blood sugar and reduce appetite. But there are some key differences. Mounjaro, also known as tirzepatide, is FDA approved for type 2 diabetes, but doctors often prescribe it off-label for weight loss. Ozempic, also used for type 2 diabetes, works only on the GLP-1 hormone and is widely prescribed for weight loss off-label. Wegovy, on the other hand, is specifically FDA approved for weight loss, not diabetes. In terms of effectiveness, clinical trials show Mounjaro users lose around 15 to 20% of their body weight. Wegovy users lose 12 to 18%, and Ozempic users typically lose 10 to 15%. That means Mounjaro tends to deliver the strongest results, especially for people who are obese or have a lot of weight to lose. But let's talk about cost. Without insurance, all three can cost between $900 and $1,300 per month. Some people qualify for savings programs through manufacturers like Eli Lilly or Novo Nordisk, but not everyone is eligible. Also, availability matters. Due to high demand, all three medications have faced supply shortages in recent months. So, even with a prescription, you might not be able to fill it right away. Bottom line, Mounjaro may offer the most powerful results, but depending on your insurance, your doctor, and your specific health conditions, Ozempic or Wegovy might still be the better fit for you. By now, you're probably thinking, if Mounjaro is so effective, what's the catch? And that's a smart question, because no medication comes without side effects. Let's start with the most common side effects reported by users: nausea, diarrhea or constipation, fatigue, headaches, loss of appetite for many people. These symptoms are mild and tend to fade after a few weeks, but for others, they can be more intense, especially when increasing the dosage. Some users describe a wave of nausea that comes and goes, or feeling too tired to go about their normal routine. Now, let's talk about more serious, though less common, risks. In rare cases, Mounjaro has been linked to pancreatitis, which is inflammation of the pancreas, gallbladder problems, including gallstones, severe gastrointestinal distress, and potential issues with thyroid tumors. Based on animal studies, because of these concerns, Mounjaro comes with an FDA warning label about possible thyroid C-cell tumors, though this hasn't been proven in humans. So, who shouldn't take Mounjaro? It's not recommended for people with a personal or family history of medullary thyroid cancer, or a condition called multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Also, if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, or planning to become pregnant, you should avoid it unless clearly advised by your doctor. Bottom line, Mounjaro is powerful, but it's not risk-free. It's essential that anyone using this drug is closely monitored by a healthcare provider, especially during the first few months. Let me share a personal story that might sound familiar to some of you. I'm 42 years old. I've struggled with my weight for most of my adult life. Diets, workouts, fasting, you name it. I would lose 10 pounds, then gain 15 back every single time. The cycle was exhausting physically and emotionally. I started to believe maybe this was just who I was. Then I heard about Mounjaro. At first, I was skeptical. Another drug, another promise. I had my doubts. But my doctor thought I was a good candidate, so I gave it a shot. The first few weeks were rough. I had nausea, sometimes pretty bad. There were days I didn't even want to eat, and not in a good way. I was tired, irritable, and I almost gave up. But I stuck with it, and slowly something changed. Food stopped controlling me. I wasn't constantly thinking about my next meal. For the first time in years, I felt free. After 4 months, I'd lost 37 pounds. More importantly, I gained something back: confidence. I could finally go out without feeling judged. I could walk upstairs without gasping for air. I could look in the mirror and not hate what I saw. It wasn't magic. It took patience, support, and listening to my body. But for me, Mounjaro was a turning point. And if you're on the fence, I get it. It's not for everyone, but it changed my life. Let's talk about something a lot of people are wondering. How much does Mounjaro cost? And who can actually get it? Right now, Mounjaro is not cheap. Without insurance, it costs around $1,000 to $1,300 per month, depending on the pharmacy and location. But there's some good news. The manufacturer, Eli Lilly, offers a savings card for eligible patients. If you qualify, your out-of-pocket cost might be as low as $25 per month, but only if your insurance plan covers the medication. If your insurance doesn't cover Mounjaro, the discount usually won't apply. That's where it gets tricky. Some people are turning to telehealth providers or online weight loss clinics to get prescriptions, especially for off-label use, meaning using Mounjaro specifically for weight loss, rather than diabetes. But be careful. Prescriptions for off-label use are legal, but they depend entirely on your doctor's discretion. Some doctors are open to it, others aren't. Here's what you need to get started: a doctor's visit, virtual or in person, a qualifying condition like type 2 diabetes, or in some cases obesity with a high BMI, a willingness to monitor your health closely while on the drug. Also, keep in mind, because of supply shortages, even with a prescription, some people are having a hard time filling it. So if you're interested in Mounjaro, talk to your doctor or a certified weight loss clinic. They'll help you navigate the options and check if you qualify for any discounts. So is Mounjaro the future of weight loss? Maybe. The science is strong. The results are real. And for many people, it's changing lives in ways that go far beyond just the number on a scale. But it's not magic. It doesn't replace healthy habits, discipline, or long-term commitment. It's a powerful tool, but like any tool, it needs to be used wisely and with guidance. If you're considering Mounjaro, talk to your doctor, ask questions, weigh the pros and cons, and make the decision that's right for your body and your life. And if you've already tried it, I'd love to hear your story. What worked for you? What didn't? Let's learn from each other in the comments below. Drop your thoughts below. Like this video if you found it helpful. Subscribe for more breakdowns on weight loss, health, and science-backed solutions every week. Thanks for watching. Stay strong, stay smart, and I'll see you in the next one.